And so in the Deathly Hallows Part 2, we meet Neville in Hogwarts, a place that was absent from Part 1. How much has the school changed since we last saw it?
A lot. The school is very different. It's not the school that Harry left at all. I mean, Snape's headmaster, and the Death Eaters are pretty much running Hogwarts. They're teaching unforgivable curses in lessons. They're using them on students, torturing students. Basically, they're teaching all their ways of life that mudbloods, as they call them, are not welcome. And basically, it's terrible. They're trying to brainwash all the children to grow up and become Death Eaters like them. And well, Neville's not going to let that happen quietly anyway. And he's gone underground as a resistance leader, and he's leading Dumbledore's army. And he's sort of a bit like the French resistance. He knows he can't do much on his own, but he's just trying to disrupt the Death Eaters as much as possible until reinforcements arrives, until Harry, Hermione and Ron return to school, which obviously happens. And yeah, the school's still the same, but it's unrecognisable in terms of everyone's just run down, everyone's beaten and battered. They've seen a war already, basically, and this is the final battle in that war.
Neville has a big role to play in this last film in the series. And what can you tell us about Neville's journey from the first film to the final showdown at Hogwarts?
Neville's come a long way. He started off as a very sort of shy and vulnerable kid who was, bullied by Malfoy and wasn't particularly good in lessons, wasn't good at magic. But he was put in Gryffindor for a reason, and we started to see that a little bit at the end of the first one, and then he always seems to pop up with something with the Gillyweed in film 4, and he was in Ministry of Magic in 5, and yeah, he's always been there, and he's been growing in confidence and self-belief and ability as well with Harry's inspiration. Harry is his inspiration, and he sees him and grows. And so by this last film, we don't actually see the evolution because it takes place while Harry, Ron and Hermione are away from Hogwarts, but we come back and he's clearly been through the wars and he's become this hardened soldier. He's a battle-weary veteran, and he's a leader now, and he knows that he's got children that are looking up to him, and he really becomes that role, rather reluctantly, I imagine, in the beginning, but he grows into it and becomes a real hero.
Yeah, and how rewarding was it for you to play Neville, stepping up his game and really proving his mettle in this final film?
Well, fantastic. I mean, as an actor, you always want to do different things, and so for me, I've been able to play the same character for 10 years, but yet each year have to add a new dimension to him, something different as he grows. And then in this last one, he really gets his story arc really finishes, and I get a lovely finale that happens to come at the very end of the piece. It's just what a way to finish.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much.
No worries.